Hi and welcome back to Pokemon, and in this part we'll be finishing off Chargestone Cave. Chargestone Cave? Wait, hang on. Chargestone Cave isn't named after a cloud. You messed that up, didn't you, Pokemon? But anyway, we have a sort of gauntlet of Team Plasma Grunts here. They'll use their typical teams of Sandile, Watchog, and I guess the odd Trubbish here and there. Kind of repetitive, but hey, I could do with the experience, so bring it on, kiddies. I can't help but wonder, was this supposed to be a puzzle? But anyway, we got a Thunderstone, a quite apt place to get a Thunderstone. So yeah, I guess if you want a Jolteon or a Raichu, this is the place to come. Ugh, I'm being harassed by medieval cosplayers. You know, I remember in previous Pokemon games they sort of have these puzzles where if you didn't push the block right, you would be blocked off. Or there'll be a section where you had to choose which item you had to pick by pushing the block, whichever way. And I was expecting one of those puzzles at this point. I just wanted to point out that the Ace Trainer's sort of pose is a bit weird. She's kind of like pushing her ass out. Even Pokemon has the Japanese type of fan service. Anyway, this Pokemon here, Gothita, I didn't really have a problem with it, but someone pointed out that it's similar to Lolita, and it's kind of ew. And I think that's what it's supposed to look like. Sort of creepy, weird fan service type of creature. It's the ecchi Pokemon. Ugh. Hey, you've got a Ducklet. And no, you don't. Electro Ball. Now this move does damage based on speed. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a lame move. Or at least I found it to be a lame move. You know, if you figure out a way to best use this attack, then whatever. And I get rid of Gastric Acid because I thought, well, I'm not going to use that move anyway. I think this Pokemon does end up with a poison type move. I think it's Poison Jab. Now granted, poison only beats grass types, but I thought it's worth having in his repertoire anyway. Now Lilligant, I kind of like Lilligant. She's very reminiscent of a Southern Belle. She does look like she's wearing a dress, a big fancy dress. Damn, Jack Black, you are a wrecking machine. So anyway, this section here, of course you don't have to go down here, but I thought it's worth checking out what is down here. And I know it's a minor touch, but I like the fact that this cave is blue. I know what you mean, like, if they have to have like more than one cave area in this game, at least make them different from each other. Like this one's blue, and the other one's sort of brownish. One's sort of twisty. One looks like a giant anthill, which you'll see what I mean later on. But yeah, it's just a small touch that makes each cave unique, and it's welcome. A bit of variety is welcomed. Bright Powder, which I think you get on. It's an item you find on Dittos. And I think it only works on Dittos for some reason. Or I'm probably getting it confused with something else. And I have a little moment here. Apparently perspective goes way above my head. Honestly, it's lucky I don't have to walk and chew gum at the same time. And of course we have another face-off with N, but first I just want to take a quick butcher's hook around and see what else is here. And again, I do like this sort of level design where they make it easier for you to backtrack. A lot from this point on, I've gotten pretty much used to buying escape ropes, and I do have them in my inventory. Now this trainer here does send out a Pokemon we haven't seen before, Whimsicott. Now this guy's pretty cool. He's got like kind of he's based off cotton, obviously, and he looks like he's got some sort of 80s hairdo. He's awesome, looking like a glam rocker. Yeah, this game does have some pretty cool grass types in it. But unfortunately this guy doesn't seem too strong. He's kind of got like a 70s haircut actually. Yeah, he probably wakes up in the morning, gets out his little afro comb, styles it, looks in the mirror, looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool, man. Whimsicott. Yeah, you're not so whimsical now, are you? Of course, we're not quite done yet. He sends out this Pokemon here. Now again, this is one of the fossil Pokemon. It's a rock water type, and you can see it's based off some sort of ancient turtle. But yeah, 4 times weakness to grass, buddy. And you will be seeing the evolved form later on. It's a cool looking Pokemon, but yeah, its weakness to grass is something I'm not too keen on. I mean, granted, I've kind of got that with Brook as well, but then again, Brook only has the weakness to grass. Rock, water types have other weaknesses as well. Anyway, now we have another battle with N, who will show off what Pokemon we can catch in this area. Hey, very nice of him. Bulldor, I guess we've seen before. Again, I've said this before, I do like the use of red and blue. I mean, the fact that they use lots of bright primary colours in this generation really helps its design. In defence won't save you now. And of course I should point out again, this guy's one of the few pure rock types. I think it's this guy, Regirock and Rampardos. And of course N has very similar tastes because he also has a Joltik. Now, I'm very much just subscribing to the theory that fire beats all. Of course, we see there the ability Unnerve, which stops opponents from using berries. Which, yeah, it's a fairly uninteresting ability, really. And along came Jack Black and washed Itsy Bitsy Spoiler away. Now here we have Clink, who essentially they just look like 2 Pokemon who are trapped in some kind of endless torment. Please, we can't separate each other. Kill me. Yeah, and I think I'll let Jack Black handle this one too. Damn, fire really does beat all. and a forest weed, a grass steel type, and I must say it's finally good to see them experimenting with the type combinations a bit more. But anyway, you know, Forest Seed, his evolved form is actually used a lot in competitive battle nowadays. He's a pretty cool tank. And after that long slog, this dungeon is nearly over with. See, dungeon. I'm calling it like a dungeon, like it's some RPG. Oh, please, fellas, the door's there. Can we please get some fresh air? You know, N kind of does have a point about the way we use Pokemon. I mean, we do essentially use them for cockfighting, essentially. I mean, well, I guess in the Pokemon universe they kind of like battling. It's a way to build relationships. But whether I just like to catch monsters and make them fight. Does that make me a bad person? Yeah. Understanding of people's opinions and all that's very lovely. Yeah, I'll keep in mind that his opinions of Pokemon were essentially manipulated by an evil flock. So, yeah. Anyway. So I just laughed at the idea of Bianca being somebody's bodyguard.